Today is the birthday of this morning's guest, and he's having a ball. What's it all about? You'll find out coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Bridal House of Charleston at 813 Main Street in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the upcoming Heart Ball, and we're visiting with the Senior Area Director of the American Heart Association, Charlie Myrick.
Hey, Happy New Year.
And the birthday boy.
Yeah,
Happy
right.
birthday,
Yeah.
Charlie.
Thank you very
wow,
much.
you
Yeah,
got some big
January
birthday
7th.
plans
Tonight?
tonight?
Some dinner. Yeah, just have a little bit of fun. Yeah.
Good.
Should be
good.
great.
Absolutely. On a Monday morning, of course, the event's getting close. We're,
Yes,
what,
it is.
5-6 weeks away?
Yeah, it's getting close. Everyone's getting really excited. The committee's really been working very hard to getting everything organized, the sponsorships and the event and the location and the theme. So yeah, a lot of activity going on.
A lot of dedicated volunteers,
Definitely.
Charlie. This is really driven by volunteers, not taking anything away from you and the other 3 folks on staff here locally.
Right. We have around 25 volunteers involved with the Heart Ball, and it takes
Wow.
all of them really to get the event going. Auction committee, sponsorship committee,
Right.
logistics committee, decorations committee. So a lot really goes into the actual event.
Oh, yeah, your auction chair, Vicki Talbot, will be with us tomorrow here
Yes.
at the Bridal House of Charleston. We're excited.
And she's great, and she's got some volunteers with her to help go out and get auction items, and
Right.
it's going very well for the auction this year.
Absolutely. Charlie, wow. Real quick about yourself. Are you originally from the area?
I am from Myrtle Beach, yes. I was here about 25 years and moved away for a few years and made a big mistake by doing that, and I've moved back this past summer in August, and I'm very, very happy to be in Myrtle Beach again, and will stay this time, definitely.
Yes, yes. And when we say the Senior Area Director, it's not just Myrtle Beach, it's not just O'Ree. I mean, this is a big area.
It is very big. Of course, it's the Waccamaw area.
Right,
So, yes.
O'Ree and Georgetown.
O'Ree and
counties.
Georgetown,
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah. So you've got a number of hospitals that turn to the American Heart Association, the Waccamaw Division, both Georgetown Memorial and Waccamaw, and then Loris and Seacoast and Grand Strand and Conway, and it just goes on and on.
Yeah,
There's a
you
lot
name
of
them all.
hospitals that really tie in well with the American Heart Association.
They definitely do. They definitely
It's
do.
wonderful. Well, that's a great. Have you been with the Heart Association a long time?
About at 2 years.
Okay.
Yes, I was with the Cancer Society before that, and so I've been with the Heart Association for 2 years. I used to be the director up in Aiken and Sumter.
Okay,
Before coming back to Myrtle Beach.
So you know the PD and the Midlands well.
I do.
And surely, obviously, you know this area very well.
Yes.
Fighting heart disease and stroke, is it really a big deal?
Oh, yes, definitely. It's the number 1 and the number 3 killers. Over 860,000 people, unfortunately, died last year from cardiovascular disease.
Is that right?
Yes.
Almost 1 million folks.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it was. I don't think I knew it was that prevalent.
Yes, very. That's why it's so important that we have these events like the Heart Ball, and we need those dollars so we can fund the education and research here in South Carolina. And we do have 22 research grants right now that are funded at the Medical University of South Carolina, at South USC, Clemson, and their foundations.
Is that right? 22.
22 over $3 million is funded right now.
Being reinvested right back into South Carolina.
That's
and
right.
its research folks to really make a difference in the fight against heart disease
That's
and
right.
stroke. Yeah.
And in this area, we raised right at $800,000 with our different events we have going on. Of course, the Heart Ball is the biggest event
Right.
that we have, but that way you can see that the dollars that you're giving to us are going right back into South Carolina as far as research and education, and a lot of the mainstream technologies and things that are going on in the hospitals,
Right.
Taking care of cardiovascular disease is due to research that was funded in the past and present.
All funded formally, privately, and then obviously passed on to folks to be used across the board. The AED,
Right.
the external
CPR exams.
Right, absolutely,
Right.
CPR, and so many others. I bet we can go.
Stents, yeah, stents that are put into hearts, open heart surgery, bypass surgery. That was all research funded by the American Heart Association. And the list goes on and on. You can also go on our webpage and go under research and also some advances that we've done. And it goes back to 1924, showing the advances
Is that
we've
right?
done. Yeah. And it's really amazing when you go back and look at some of the things that we funded, and think, wow, that's just kind of mainstream today, but
Right,
it had
right.
to start somewhere, and
Absolutely.
it had to be funded for us to learn that. And now it's It's mainstream.
What is that website, Charlie, if a viewer wanted to visit?
It's www.americanheartassociation.com. Just the way it
Okay,
says.
that's tremendous. Absolutely. I used to go to heart.org. I don't know if that's still around, but AmericanHeartAssociation.com.
Or you can just go into Google and put American Heart Association and take you right to it.
Google's a popular vehicle to
It
get
sure
there.
is.
If a viewer needs to get off to work now or get family off to school, what's the best phone number for someone to call to learn more about the heart ball or
The
even
heart ball.
about
Well,
fighting heart disease?
for just the
and
heart
stroke?
ball, it's
Right.
843-282-2932.
Okay, a number just for the heart ball.
Just for the heart
wow,
ball. Yeah.
282-2932. And if someone calls that, they're going to obviously find out about the event itself, where it's held, and those particulars
That's
we're going to go
correct.
over right now. 282-2932.
That's correct. And they'll also hear about our presenting sponsor, which of course is Myrtle Beach Herald.
Oh,
When
wow,
you
our
call
show
that-
sponsor.
That's
That's great. Donald, can you see that? Yeah, our show sponsor. That's tremendous.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And if you want to just call us if you have questions, you can call 282-2901. But the
Okay.
heart ball was the 2932.
282-2901, that's the office number.
That's correct.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they can get on through that. And obviously, you all have a new office location,
We
Charlie.
do. We're located at 44th Avenue now. We're on the second floor, a nice new professional office, and
Right.
the volunteers definitely can come in and see, and they see
yeah.
our office, and we have a conference room there where they can
Yeah.
work, and they do help us do things there. And we hold a lot of our committee
Absolutely.
meetings there as well.
Yeah.
And
Speaking
there
of
you go.
that, Charlie, since it's your birthday, I've got to hold this up. Coastal Business Life, a popular monthly magazine here in the area, has a picture of you on the front there with Deborah and Debbie, and of course Catherine Levinas there.
That's correct.
Great shot. What does it say on the cover? I can't see it.
They're all heart.
They're all heart.
They're all heart.
They're all heart. The local leaders of the American Heart Association. That was a nice birthday surprise
It was,
for you,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely
Charlie,
was. Yeah.
This just came out this week. This is the January edition, a great magazine that Joyce and Linda Weber, Joyce Armour and Linda Weber put out and been putting out for 5 or 6
Yeah,
years.
very good magazine.
They do a crackerjack job. And, of course, they're all heart. The local leaders of the American Heart Association. I held that up because it's actually there in your building.
That's correct.
It's there in your building.
Yes, that's our new location, and of course, one of the most beautiful things about the building is the ceiling there, as you can see at the very top of that.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
it
it's
is.
a custom painted.
Well, of course, for so long, and obviously it's not about necessarily, I mean, the real goal is fighting heart disease and stroke, so it's not being in a nice office or anything. As you know, is in this rough office forever there on Highway 501.
Right.
Lots of volunteers have been going in there year after year, but it is nice to be able to make a transition into nice space so you can bring people in and try to get them accustomed to the volunteer opportunities.
Yeah, it makes the volunteers feel more welcome and better working environment if they have a nice environment to work in. So,
Oh, yeah.
And plus, we can have our meetings there, so we don't have to go off-site
Right.
to have meetings for committee meetings for the heart ball or the walk
Right.
or the horse ride.
Although y'all do have a committee meeting today. I know it's just your committee,
Yeah, we
but
do.
of course up at Grand Strand Regional
Strand.
Medical Center. They're a great sponsor of the luncheons and otherwise helping to thank the volunteers and keep them active. And it's a lot easier to get volunteers in.
Yeah, that's why we have it there, because Grand Strand has a nice big conference room there, and they also provide lunch for us. And of course, that's where one of our co-chairs works, Joyce. And of course, Vicki works there as well.
Yes.
So it's easier to get them at the location where
right.
they work.
And your other co-chair is intimately involved with Grand Strand Regional.
Yes, very much so. Glenda McIntyre, of course, her husband. The
Cardiothoracic
Yeah,
surgeon
right.
there. That's exactly right. And a great guy, Brian
Yes, he is.
McIntyre. Yeah, they work very hard. Glenda's been an amazing
Very
chair
much
or
so.
co-chair year after year. Last year she took a sabbatical so 3 guys could do it. But
Yeah.
it's been very strong ladies for the last number of years that have been wonderful.
Yes, and they do really a great job, and I couldn't do it without them, especially coming on to be my first year, and they know
yeah.
all the ins and outs and the movers and shakers, which is really great. They really helped me a lot with the heart ball.
Right. Let's talk about some of those sponsors.
Okay.
You mentioned the Myrtle Beach Herald, our show sponsor,
Right.
who is, you said back in as the presenting sponsor.
That's correct.
Great.
And
great.
what I want to do is just read to you the sponsors we have so far, and then talk about the sponsorships packet that went out to 4,800 companies.
Wow,
in the
great.
Waccamaw area. Went out on January 3rd.
And there's still some sponsorship opportunities
yes.
if a viewer's with a company that may not have gotten a packet? Okay,
Yes, definitely.
great.
Just call our number, as we
Right.
talked about a while ago, to 282-2932.
Okay. And so they could, if they call the 282-2932 number, that's also for sponsorships.
That's correct.
Not just for anything, not just to learn about the event itself, but if they want to sign up as a sponsor.
That's correct.
That's great.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, share with us some of the new,
of course,
both new and older sponsors.
Our presenting sponsor, obviously, is the Myrtle Beach Herald again.
I'd like to hear that
Thank
again.
You very
Thank
much.
you, Charlie.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
great.
We have a lot of new sponsors as well, and we're trying to get more new sponsors. But of course, we really appreciate all of our past sponsors, like the Myrtle Beach Herald.
Right. Yeah.
Some new ones, of course, is the Market Commons, Fowler Motors, Elliott Davis, Hard Rock Theme Park.
Oh yeah! Wow.
The new one coming
what a
up
coup.
in
opening in April.
In April. So is
And the Market Common
Commons
opening
as well.
in April. Yeah.
Plantation Federal, CPA firm Smith, SAP
Bookout, Crumpler, and Callahan.
That's
great.
correct.
Great.
McQuitty Real Estate, which is a new one for us.
Yes.
Tom Roller Jr., who is a patron sponsor, and I was
Fantastic.
patron
Yeah, we
sponsors
want to hear
in a
more
few
about that.
minutes.
Sure.
The Jackson Companies, of course,
we
Ocean
love-
Lakes, and
Yeah. And
Crestwood.
Lance Thompson was profiled in this
Exactly.
magazine. 5 things he loves about Myrtle Beach.
Exactly.
I like
yes.
that.
Conway National,
Right.
Conway Hospital, Grand Strand Regional Hospital, HTC, or we telephone, Coastal Cardiovascular, Roberta Ellsworth,
Yes.
Thomas Miller's also a patron sponsor.
patron sponsor.
Patron
Great.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach Pelicans,
Very nice.
Georgetown Hospital,
Memorial Hospital. Yes.
Brandon Advertising.
Oh, we like those guys.
Very
yeah.
much so. Scott and his staff there, Hatton and Aaron,
dedicated,
very
yeah.
dedicated. Help us a lot with our marketing and advertising, and putting together some of our brochures. Red Line Power Sports,
Right. Jonathan Formo. Yes.
right? The Artist Tree down in North Myrtle Beach.
The Artistry.
Artistry, yeah.
Not sure if I'm familiar with that.
They're new. They donated the grandbaby piano.
Terry Brennan. and
Terry
his group.
Brennan.
That's wonderful.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
they've donated a
baby grand piano.
Excuse me,
Yes.
it is your birthday.
Yeah.
So you can say anything you want. Yeah.
baby grand piano, and on the inside cover where it lifts up, he has painted a Tuscany theme on the inside cover of the piano.
Which is the
Yeah.
theme of
Which is
the.
it, yeah.
That's exactly right. We've got some of these here. I'll hold that up so
Okay.
you can explain to viewers the significance of the Tuscany theme.
Well, this is our 14th annual event for the Heart Ball, and for the first time, we decided to go with a theme. And
Yeah.
it's an evening in the heart of Tuscany.
Yeah, very
Presented
nice.
again by Myrtle Beach Herald.
We like that.
And that is by a local painting done by Caitlin Berber.
Ooh.
And it's a beautiful painting. It will be auctioned off at the auction
Right.
the night of the event. And, of course, can be seen there the night of the event.
Right.
So we are definitely having a lot of fun with the Tuscany theme this year.
That is tremendous. A lot of viewers have never attended the Heart Ball.
Right.
Is this the year for them to attend?
It really is, because there again, we have a theme for the first time.
Right.
In years past, the event, which is more or less, we say, the event of
The premier black
this is
tie event of the area, yeah.
This is the event to be at.
Listen up, Charlie.
Well,
Have you
it is.
attended it before?
I did. I went last year,
Right.
and it was very exciting and very good. And
Yeah.
over 1,000 people were there last
That's
year,
right.
and it was really big. And one thing the committee decided this year, because it is such the event, the black tie event of the year, to make it more intimate and more fun, and to bring down a number of individuals down to 750, because we have to raise the dollars for the Heart Association, but we also want it to be a fun and a lasting event in people's minds, so they'll come back year after year.
Right,
So this
right.
year we're having a maximum of 750 individuals who can come to the event.
Wow.
And it's
750, about 250 less than
That's right.
last year and
That's
many
right.
years in the recent past. Wow.
And we're doing that, like I said, because we want it to be
Make it more exclusive.
more exclusive
That's
and more
right.
exciting and
Yeah.
more fun. And instead of just being big, we want it to be a nice event.
Are y'all going to have a band performing that
Oh
night,
yes,
Charlie?
definitely. We'll have a live band. We'll have Jumpstart will be the live band.
Great. Jumpstart. They do
and-
a crackerjack job.
Yeah, and they've added 3 more musicians now. So
Really?
it's actually a 12-piece orchestra now.
I can't imagine getting any bigger or better than they had been
Yeah.
the last few years.